Good morning, everybody. Welcome back for installment of Scott's Selections here for Saturday, August 6th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a loss in baseball with the Pirates team total over 3.5 runs at -110 on BetMGM. Line closed to -125, and it did not matter. Pittsburgh was atrocious, went 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, and got shut out. We faded Kramer, who was terrible in the past month, and he was really good. So Pittsburgh did nothing for us. We picked up a loss, look for a bounce-back winner here on Saturday. And for today's play there, we're going to pivot once again, talking about the WNBA. Look at a matchup between the Fever and the Wings taking place at around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm sure all of you know where I'm going with this one. We're going to fade the Fever. Again, we're going to take the Wings -11 at -110 on Caesars. Time recording of 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the Wings in this spot. I'm sure some of these reasons are going to sound pretty repetitive because we've faded the Fever quite frequently lately. But the Fever have lost each of their last 15 games. They are arguably the worst team in the history of the league. The Fever have not won a road game since June 12th. And since they're the worst team arguably of all time, they're obviously last in the league in offensive rating and defensive rating. Now, for comparison, Dallas ranks 4th in offense and 8th in defense out of 12 teams. So Dallas is not a great defensive team, but they're a lot better than Indiana, and Dallas is light years better than Indiana offensively. So I do think this game should get ugly. And if you want to look at the current form of Dallas, they've actually been really good recently. And Dallas has won each of the last 3 games, beat the Dream by 13 on the road. Pretty good win there. Dream are not a great team, but still impressive. Then their last 2 games played against the 2 best teams in the league. They played at Chicago, won by 6, and played at home against Vegas and won by 2. And the crazier part about those 2 wins, Dallas won and beat the 2 best teams in the league without its leading scorer. Agumbawale did not play in either game, and she's expected to be back for Saturday's contest. So Dallas is at full strength. They just beat the 2 best teams in the league. And if you want to look at some motivation for Dallas, despite that winning streak, Dallas has not technically clinched a playoff spot. They basically have a 99% chance of making it, but they can kind of wrap it up with a bow with a victory against the worst team in the league at home on Saturday. So I do expect Dallas to be pretty motivated for this matchup, as a playoff spot could basically be clinched with a good performance here. But either way, if you want to look at the most recent meeting, it was on July 24th. Dallas led by 17 points on the road after 3 quarters and only won by 10. Took its foot off the gas. Indiana had a couple of garbage time baskets to cover. But it is worth mentioning that in that game, Indiana's best player, Kelsey Mitchell, scored a game-high 34 points. So she basically single-handedly caused her team to only lose by 10. And I mentioned in previous videos, but to remind you, Kelsey Mitchell is now officially out for the season. So Dallas was cruising anyway, up 17 after 3. And now Indiana's best player, who scored 34 in that game, is out. This game should get ugly. I think it'll look pretty similarly to what the first meeting this season looked like, where Dallas won at home by 26 points. I see a similar story here. Dallas is motivated. Indiana's terrible. Indiana's also shorthanded. And Dallas is playing great basketball. It has the recipe for a very nice, easy winner here. 11, I don't think is going to stand. Probably going to close closer to 12, 12 and a half. But I'll ride the much hotter team against the worst team, arguably of all time. And I think Dallas should win this game pretty handily. So play that in once again here for Saturday, August 6th, is going to be on the Wings, -11 at -110 on Caesars. Bye, everyone.